when Einstein himself failed, who we are, right? Einstein is a great scientist, we all know, but he failed in stock market. I'm just going to share about that story and what is a lesson we can take from the story in today's video and how you can implement in your stock market life. Hi, hello, this is Ganesh Santuru, your stock market profit coach and author of the book One Page Stock Market Plan. Please check the description to get this book from Amazon or Instamojo if you need a hard copy. And let's get into today's topic: why Einstein failed in investing. He got his Nobel Prize money in 1922. He's fully into scientist. He's a scientist, we all know, right? He was fully into learning about doing research and all these kind of things. If we ask him n number of questions in that domain, he will answer. But when it comes to investing, just because he has been pulled into it, he just invested his Nobel Prize money into stock market and he forgot. And the prices start moving up, as you all know, between 1925 to 29, early 1920s to 29. That was a boom period in stock market in US because the manufacturing company started producing the cars, the Ford Motors and every other company started producing, and they started exporting to the international market at that time itself. So looking at this, and stock market started propelling, started going up year on year, and even Einstein has invested. But in 1929, Great Depression, he didn't expect. Market started falling like anything, and in a few months, in 6 months to 8 months, he had lost his money. Right. Ultimate point to here is that he is a scientist, but in investing, he may be a he does he was not, maybe he's not interested. We don't know what is the point, or maybe he didn't even check at that time because he lost his money. The point here is you can be very good in your domain of either a doctor, professionals, engineer, whatever, right? But when it comes to investing, you need an expert help, and you need to understand you should be an investor in stock market rather than be a trader, right? That is also an important point, because the amount of trading what happens in stock exchanges all across the world has increased, not only in India, all across the world. And also the people's interest towards options, because I have seen so many people asking me, I need to know about options, I need to know about futures, because that gives me so much money in the short span of time. The money which comes in short span of time, it will go off like anything. So you should have a proper asset class like equity, but if you invest, it's an easy way to make money in a span of 15 to maybe 5 to 10 years. I saw interesting shared an interesting stat with one of my community members, where if you stay invested for 15 years, there is a 0% loss in stock market. If it is 5 years, maybe 4 5 years. If it is 5 years, there are a couple of times where you can lose money. In 10 years, there are maybe 3 or 4 times, but in 15 years it drops down drastically, which is zero. So the point here is stay invested for long term. Be an investor, meaning you buy the stock, stay invested, see whether the company is growing, see whether the fundamentals are increasing, whether the earnings is improving, automatically the valuation will increase, right? This is a biggest learning I just got after knowing this about Einstein, and I just keep following it, right? And I don't do trading. I don't teach trading and options and futures and all these things. But if you want to learn for fundamental analysis and invest in a wise way, that is what you can do, right? And how things are changed, because the more we change rapidly, more will be the impact. In 1929, it took almost US government six to more than 3 to 4 years to react and or respond, and automatically it took another 10 years for the stock market to recover, and because of the World War II, and it took longer period of time for US stock market to recover. Whereas in 2008-9, it was called as Great Recession, because it just happened for 6 months alone, and in the next 6 months, I mean by the end of 12 months, stock market slowly started recovering. So people reacted in 6 months. But in March 2020 crisis influenced by Corona, government has reacted immediately, meaning within 2 to 3 weeks they started giving money to people to spend, which didn't happen in India, but in US and developed countries they gave money to people so that they can spend the money, they can increase the economy. That's how they are surviving right now, I will say. So the point to note here is people are reacting to it, and it will have a serious consequences. That is what the biggest risk factors are happening all across the world. So be an investor, invest in wise companies, do the fundamental analysis. If you want to understand about that, please do join my webinar. Link is provided. You get a free course upon registering. Also, you will know a lot about how to invest in stock market by understanding the fundamental analysis, and you can be on your own for lifetime. Get this lifetime benefit. and be part of my course. Thank you for watching, and please share this video with your friend and tell him that Einstein himself has failed, and it can happen to you also. Because I'm just giving a risk caution which can happen in stock market, because of what is happening in the market is overvalued and it can happen to anybody. Be cautious. That is the point I just want to share. Thank you so much. See you in another video.